Welcome to the Great Chef's Dinner at William Angliss. My name's Scott Pickett from Estelle Bar Kitchen. I hope you enjoy your evening. We're a small restaurant. We've got 22 seats and 12 at the bar. We do about 40 to 50 people a night, and we're a tasting menu only restaurant. So we have the choice of 3, 5, 7 or 9 course tasting menus. We write a menu for the day. You don't get to choose. You tell us if you'd like something, if there's something that you wouldn't like, any dietaries, and you just leave the rest up to us. There's a few that have started to come along actually. Risey's got a couple that he refuses to take off. His beetroot and ash goat's cheese is a winner, a classic example of the sort of modern style of food that we're doing, but still with classical sort of roots and flavour combinations. Smoked eel, chamomile and compressed celery. I'm doing a beef dish at the moment, some Sher Wagyu rump with a black mushroom puree, black garlic vinaigrette, which is really nice. That's a staple. That sort of seems to be a winner. And we've got an olive oil sponge with salted caramel, which is smashing as well. I did my training, I did my apprenticeship in South Australia, so I was at Regency. I didn't have the privilege of going to William Angliss, although I would have liked to, of course. I worked under a great chef there by the name of Peter Jarma, who's he's like the Jacques Ramons of Adelaide, really. And then when I qualified, I came back to Melbourne. I'm originally from here, and I worked at the Windsor with Bruno Sedan for 3.5 years. Then I worked with Philippe Michel at Restaurant Paul Bocuse, and then we opened up Langton's, and later on with the chef at the Brasserie by Philippe Michel for a little while. Then I went to London, worked with Philip Howard at 2-star The Square in Mayfair for 3.5 years, and came back, and prior to us opening the Estelle, I was executive chef at the Point for the last 5 years. I think London for me really just opened my eyes about the intensity in a kitchen and that drive to succeed, you know, the dedication that the guys have in Europe and, you know, the States and in all good kitchens around the world is pretty intense and pretty full on. And, you know, I thought that I worked hard and pushed on doing, you know, 12 hours a day. Well, when you start doing 16, 17, 18 hours a day, 6 days a week, and everything has to be perfect, that just sort of, you know, that just lifts your game a little bit. And, you know, sort of big league really, I suppose, with those boys over there that are pretty serious about what they do. When I look to bring young people through the kitchen, I think the biggest thing that I look for is that will, that desire, that want to know, that want to cook. I mean, I can teach, you know, young people how to cook and we can guide them and train them, but I can't make them want to come to work every day. I can't make them want to be enthusiastic and excited about what they're doing and, you know, really into their job. So I think it's important that they have that desire and that sort of eagerness and that sort of willingness to learn and adapt and understand is, you know, key. You know, when I do dinners like this, to try to pick some interesting dishes that can, you know, sort of show some butchery. I love sort of meat and sauces is sort of probably my strengths. So I like to sort of show them, you know, the process and the understanding and where a dish comes from in our head and then sort of where it ends up on the plate and the structure, the thought process, you know, thinking about textures and seasons and you know, seasoning and saltiness and sourness and bitterness and all those sort of things that go into a dish that really takes a good dish, you know, to the next level. So I hope you enjoyed your dinner this evening, and I hope to see you at the Estelle Bar Kitchen, 243 High Street, Northcote.